So, good day everyone. Myself Dr. Kirtana, Assistant Professor in Community Medicine. So, we will be dealing about the biomedical waste. So, if you look at these pictures, it is something different from what we see in day-to-day domestic waste. Here you can see blood-related products and mask. All these are being generated in the waste. And so, today's class is about how do we segregate this biomedical waste, right? So, I want you to this is going to emphasize why should we segregate the biomedical waste and why it should be properly disposed. Okay, so here that man has actually collected all these biomedical waste and he has actually thrown it in the public, and the dog has actually consumed it, and then it is put in the general waste, contaminating the air and also the water. So that water is actually flowing into the river, and the river water is actually consumed by the family. So that family, they actually use it for drinking as well as for the cooking purpose, thereby causing GI infections. And also not just that, the waste as such, if
These
it
are
is
some of the diseases that can be transmitted if biomedical waste is not disposed of properly.
yeah, so if this waste is actually handled by a common man, he can actually, without any protection, he could contract HIV, hepatitis B, and hepatitis C, right? So we will be seeing about the segregation of biomedical waste today. So before that, what we will be running through this topic, that is definition of biomedical waste, composition of waste, and hazards of biomedical waste, and healthcare waste segregation, right? So let's see what is biomedical waste. What are all the waste which can be defined as biomedical waste, right? So biomedical waste means any waste which is generated during the diagnosis, treatment or immunization of human beings or animals or in research activities pertaining thereto or in the production or testing of biologicals. So here the key points is any waste which is generated during the diagnosis, treatment or immunization of human beings or animals, also in research activities. So all these are biomedical waste defined by Management and Handling Rules India in the year 1995. Okay. So basically not all waste which is generated in the hospitals are biomedical waste. Okay. So almost 75 to 90% of the waste generated in the hospitals and the healthcare sector is general waste. Only 10 to 25% of the waste generated are hazardous or infectious waste. So we'll see what are all the hazards of biomedical waste, right? So hazards of biomedical waste is basically infection among healthcare workers. So if we don't use any personal protective measures, we can actually contract the infection and infection among the patients. So if we can also spread the infection to the patients as well if biomedical waste are not properly managed. Then infection and injury to waste handlers and water pollution, like which we saw it in the video. The water was contaminated, air was contaminated, all these things, and also the stray dogs which was actually trying to consume what was in the cover, right? So all this nuisance can actually happen if biomedical waste is not managed properly. So let's see the process of biomedical waste management, but in today's class we will just deal with the segregation. So first is segregation, which happens at the source, that is right at the point of generation. Like if you are actually immunizing a child, okay, what are all the waste we can expect is one is gloves. Then you will actually use syringes, syringe with needles, cotton swab, all these things. So at the point of generation only, which waste has to be segregated in which color bin, we will be dealing in today's class, okay? And then after we segregate the waste at the source, it is actually collected and stored and transported, okay? This is an intermittent process. Everything has to be safe proof. Then we will be sending all this collected waste into the final treatment in common biomedical waste treatment facility. Okay, so we will see at the end, at the start of the slide I showed you 4 color bins, right, which is yellow, red, white and blue. So we'll be seeing what are all the waste has to be disposed in each color bins. Okay, so you have to remember 4 colors, which is yellow, blue, white and red. So first, yellow color. What are all the waste is human anatomical waste, animal anatomical waste, soiled waste, expired or discarded medicines along with ampoules or vials, and chemical waste, and discarded linen, mattress, beddings contaminated with blood. Okay, so for easy remembrance, you actually can remember that any waste which is soiled with human blood and blood fluids has to be discarded in yellow color bin. Okay, and along with this, there is also something called as autoclave safe plastic bag. So in this yellow color plastic bags, actually the waste like blood bags, laboratory cultures, stocks or specimens of microorganisms, live or attenuated vaccines, human and animal cell cultures are all collected, and they actually is sent to autoclave. Okay, so they can be reused. All this microbiological, biotechnology and other clinical laboratory waste can be autoclaved and it can be used again. Okay, so we have completed the yellow color bin. The key point to remember the materials discarded in yellow color bin is anything soiled with human blood and blood fluids. Okay, body fluids. So let's see the red color bin. Red color bin is mostly whichever waste is made of plastic. So waste generated from disposable items such as tubings, bottles, intravenous tubes and sets, catheters, urine bags, syringes without needles and fixed needle syringes. So you have to note that syringes without needles and fixed needle syringes. Okay, so basically with needles, all these things has to be discarded in white color bin. Okay, it has to be puncture proof. Whereas this red color is not a puncture proof bag, it is just a plastic bag. And vacuotinous with the needles cut, all these things has to be discarded in red along with the gloves. So here one catch point is the blood bag which is red in color is discarded in yellow color bin, and urine bag which is yellow in color is discarded in red. Okay, I don't want to confuse you, just remember that urine bags are discarded in red color bins. Okay, so here you can see the gloves as well as the urine bag. So, and these are all the syringes without the needles. So let's move on to the white color bins. So white color bins is basically a puncture proof container. Okay, the previous two colors which we have seen is yellow and red, which is not, it's actually a plastic bag. Okay, whereas white color is a puncture proof containers. So all these are metal shafts. So basically the risk of prick is more in this waste. So that's why it is contaminated. It is basically discarded in a puncture-proof container. Okay. So needles, scalpels, blades, and any contaminated shards has to be discarded in white color bins. Am I clear? So now let's move on to blue color bins. So a blue color bins is also actually, it is not a puncture proof box, but it can be a cardboard box with blue color marking. Okay. So basically all this contaminated glass or else broken ampoules, medicine vials, and those contaminated with cytotoxic waste can be discarded in blue color bins, and the metallic body implants. Okay, so we've finished with the 4 color bins, and I actually want you to this is a quick recap of what we have dealt before. So what you see here is a placenta. So which color bin is it discarded? Yes, it is discarded in a yellow color bin. And next, what is this? Yeah, these are syringes without needle. So it is discarded in good red color bins. And then these are expired medicines. So if you remember, there was a point noting towards expired medicines. So in which color bin is discarded? Yes, good. It is discarded in yellow color bin. Okay, expired medicines are discarded in yellow color bin. Then these are orthopedic implants. Okay, so orthopedic implants are discarded in blue color bins. Very good. So yellow and red are plastic bags, and white is puncture proof containers, and blue is cardboard box. So actually to handle all this glass, in order, if you are going to use a plastic bag with handling all this glass, actually the handler might get injured. So actually a cardboard box is better to avoid injury, okay, while handling the waste. So these are my references, and thank you. So let the waste of the sick not contaminate the lives of the healthy.